So, Article 33 of the Belgian Confession introduces its material on the sacraments. And it says, "We believe that our good God, mindful of our crudeness and weakness, has ordained sacraments for us to seal his promises in us, to pledge his goodwill and grace toward us, and also to nourish and sustain our faith. He has added these to the word of the gospel to represent better to our external senses both what he enables us to understand by his word and what he does inwardly in our hearts, confirming in us the salvation he imparts to us. For they are visible signs and seals of something internal and invisible, by means of which God works in us through the power of his Holy Spirit. So they are not empty and hollow signs to fool and deceive us, for their truth is Jesus Christ, without whom they would be nothing. Moreover, we are satisfied with the number of sacraments that Christ our Master has ordained for us. There are only two, the sacrament of baptism and the Holy Supper of Jesus Christ." All right, three quick things regarding Article 33. First of all, the sacraments, as the confession describes them, are an act of God's mercy regarding our crudeness, it says, and weakness, that the visible signs of the sacraments are given or added to the word of the gospel to better help us understand that word, what the word communicates to us, but also what God does inwardly in our hearts. So these visible demonstrations of the gospel and the work of God are there to help us understand better the word. And to seal that promise to us, then to help us more deeply grasp what it is that the word of the gospel and the promises of God articulate to us. Second quick thing is that then they are visible demonstrations of something that's invisible. And we made this point when we were going through the Heidelberg Catechism, the distinction between the sacrament itself and what the sacrament points us toward or symbolizes. They're not one and the same. We're not being drawn to put our faith in what is visible. What is visible is trying to point us toward what is invisible. And they are powerful only because of what they are connected to, not because they are powerful in and of themselves. And that is important because later on we're going to talk about how it's not simply by participating in them that one receives the benefit. One has to be doing it by faith. So it's important to know that they are visible demonstrations, but they point us towards something that's invisible. And then the third quick thing here is, and it was very clearly important there in the 16th century and also important today in many ways, just clarifying that there are only two sacraments. Christ only instituted two, that is, he gave them to his disciples, baptism when he sent them out in the Great Commission to baptize in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And then also on the night in which he was betrayed, of course, as he instituted the sacrament of the Lord's Supper. So there are just two, and those are the ones that we celebrate together, and they are the ones specifically through which God strengthens our faith in our understanding of them. And then over the next couple of articles, it will go on to describe more clearly in each one, in baptism and in the Lord's Supper, how the Lord does that. So those are three quick things from Article 33.